our top stories this week. Parents and grandparents all over the world joined forces with anonymous activists and came out this past Friday for an international day of protest against the corrupt baby-stealing policies of the child protective industry. The event, which is set to be the first of many, was marked as a huge success as thousands more people are aware of our plight than were the day before. And they should have expected us. A bill requiring background checks for Native American foster parents who want to care for Native American children passes without opposition in Congress. A group who organized the Truth and Reconciliation Commission regarding the destroying of Native families in Maine is set to release their report this week, and a new report finds that Canada's policies of forcing Aboriginal children into boarding schools was cultural genocide. In California, the Senate passes sweeping reforms to curb the use of psychiatric medications on children in foster care. In Clark County, Nevada, the child protective industry is implementing reforms that were recommended by a blue ribbon committee of system sucks that are expected to produce what they're calling better outcomes for stolen kids. In New Zealand, there is an investigation going on after somebody's child abuse records were sent to the wrong person. And in Oklahoma, a child welfare watchdog group who sued the state back in 2008 is demanding more court intervention now since they haven't fixed the problems in child welfare that they should have fixed the first time. In Rhode Island, a private company is closing 6 group homes because the reimbursement rate from the state isn't enough to cover their operating expenses. In Nova Scotia, Canada, a lawyer is calling for the review of all cases that used a faulty drug test to condemn families to CPS intervention. In Saskatchewan, they're warehousing foster kids in hotels due to a spike in the number of stolen kids and a lack of available homes to put them. And in England, the Sandwell Council has been rated inadequate because they're still leaving some kids with their parents. In St. Charles, Missouri, a foster mother gets a suspended sentence for injuries that nearly killed an infant. A lawsuit is filed against police and CPS agents in San Francisco, California because they didn't bother to fully investigate a child abuse report about a 3-year-old girl who ended up dead. In Illinois, 2 real parents are demanding justice after CPS snatched their kids, abused them in foster care, and even killed one. And a 16-year-old girl who has been listed as missing since she disappeared from her Kansas City foster home in 2012 has been found shot to death. In Australia, a foster mother has been charged with sexually abusing a young child in her care. A foster dad from California has been accused of molesting children. Another foster dad from Delaware has been charged with sexual abuse. Another man from Alberta, Canada is facing sex charges involving 2 kids in foster care. And 3 teenagers from a New York group home have been arrested on rape charges after they snuck out of the home, attacked a 33-year-old woman, stole her keys, and tried to break into her home. In Colorado, a former foster child who didn't know her real family gets her wish for a family to spend time with her on her birthday after she posted an ad on Craigslist. And finally, tonight in Quebec, Canada, a real father gets a $7,800 bill from the child protective industry after he tracked down his long-lost real daughter, who he only then found out was in foster care. For these stories and all the latest dirt on the child protective industry, visit www.legallykidnapped.com. And until next week, this is Baby LK, over and out.